like that. So they still get stuck in this Neon-esque, like a year or two ago, 3 semi-core kind of a lineup, which can work for them, sure, but you need to stick to one thing and practice it to make it perfect.
Yeah,
to be able to win with it.
That's the cool thing. The Razor won the game. The one time they've played Razor in this entire
So
GBC
stick with
tour,
it.
they went. That's what I'm saying.
Brought it back.
Every single time we cover Nigma, I go in and I say, just pick him our Razor. Just do it. He's so friggin' good on this hero. And then they never, ever drafted it for him again. And then we get like banned in second phase. And I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking.
I think you got to lean into the quirkiness of having 2 offlaners. Like, we've seen it work at points. Like, I genuinely think you can still make it work in this patch.
There are teams that in every major that have make it work. Like if you remember Entity made it work with Pure. It was literally three offlaners. Who did Saberlight stand in? Entities.
At Arlington.
Exactly. So with him as well. Yep. And then you had Neon. Every big tournament more or less has someone missing, and then you end up with 3 semi-cores. So yeah, why not? Monaspa, however, I'd like to see that Tinker from them. I've seen that they play it. So.
Yeah, you're not gonna see it.
I don't want to see that. I'm not against the hero. It needs to be like a really good Tinker game, you know?
Yeah. Look, the opening phase now is done. Nigma Galaxy picking up the Brood as well as Disruptor. I'm liking it. It's very meta. That gives me a little bit of confidence. And then Monaspa with the Leshrac and Crystal Maiden.
Crystal Maiden's usually the support response to Broodmother, just because in the lane it's like, oh, what does Brood want to do? She wants to like trade with you with her like right clicks and her bola. So you just put that, you just have like attack speed reducing spells and ability to disarm, and then you trade more strongly with your carry.
You combo it with something like a Slark, right, or a Naga.
Pudge.
Pudge. This Brood doesn't have a game.
We'll say about this opening, normally you would assume that a Leshrac goes mid, but Monaspa have played safe lane Lesh, I think. Actually, I don't know if it was in the safe lane, but their carry has played it.
Okay, sure. I mean, back to the thing that we were talking about previously. Like, Leshrac is very versatile. If you have 3 cores that can play it, like, it's still a hero that can be played anywhere.
Yeah.
Like on offlane in the last Tour 1, Rezo was playing it for Secret. Was it successful? No, it wasn't. But they had some couple of...
The vision is there.
They had a couple of good games with it. It's always possible. Like, you set up the Earth Splitter with some position 5, and it can work.
I'm down for it. I mean, Nande is a pretty interesting carry. He's like willing to play all this weird shit. Sometimes it goes badly, like in the last series when they picked OD carry in that last series. I think it was pretty terrible, honestly. And I don't think he was able to itemize properly around the game to make it effective. So it kind of fell flat, but like this is something he played previously in Tour 1 and made it work. So I fully believe in any weird picks that Monaspa go for in general.
They had some that I've noticed at least. Like they played the Tinker, they played the Viper as well, right?
And they played a Legion.
Legion Commander too,
yes.
Yeah.
So definitely interesting ones. Like Legion is still in the pool, and you're playing into Disruptor if you really like to play that hero. I mean, you don't really skill Thunderstrike anymore, so...
I'm actually thinking about it. They did the Legion Commander carry into the Brood lane as well. So maybe they are trying to think of different carries that can shut down Brood.
I think it's interesting. It was actually Game In Gladiator's last tour that even tried Legion Pos 5 as a response to Brood, which was, honestly, I didn't really like it, but
you saw,
maybe
again, the idea of it.
Yeah.
But it was the rest of the game. It just was not impactful.
You're just running around, press the attacking people, so it's not that great. And you stand in that lane to try and defend versus Brood. You still don't defend because another hero or two, they rotate in, obviously, the mid laner, they pressure you out, and then you still lose the tower. You're like, okay, I guess I'm a Legion Commander with Tranquils now. Yeah. Gonna do nothing the whole game.
It's like, Brood is a hero of poke. She doesn't just go all in to try and kill you. I mean, she can in some situations, but she will just like wear you down, and then when you're low enough, then she'll dive you. And you know, if you're a problem, she can even just bypass you. Like she'll just play trees with web and then like push your tower and stuff and ignore you and farm. And the problem is this hero always farms. So I'd like to see them pick a very aggressive carry to try and help deal with it. I've been playing with the idea of like a PA carry in my mind with CM against Brood, which I haven't seen anyone really playing, so it probably sucks. But
have you tried it?
I haven't tried it. Why would I have tried it?
Oh.
She's not a carry player.
I'm not a carry or a pro. I'm just an idiot that goes on the panel and tells pros how they should play.
You guys should do this. And this one in Scrim's in your next official.
Yeah.
Let's turn our eyes to the bans then as well. For Nigma Galaxy, Beast, Lycan, Earthshaker being taken out, and then Monaspa doing Dro, Husker, and Undying. So they don't really want to come up against the Amar Husker because I feel like with the Brood, it's looking like a mind control going to be an offlane.
Yeah, it's interesting that like Nigma are the ones that are just banning out the random heroes that are popular in the meta, right? The meta heroes. Meanwhile, Monaspa are the ones that are just targeting heroes from Nigma. It's like, yeah, you can pick the meta, but we just want to remove some of these cheese picks from Nigma because so far that's what they've been winning with, unfortunately.
I do notice though that it's the Huskars and Timber are pretty Amar focused, but these bans are less Amar focused than what Liquid did. Like Liquid went full respect. They were banning the Mars as well every single
game.
Yeah.
Bruh.
So if Mind Control's playing this, and if they do want to keep playing Sumail in the safe lane, then there is that idea of playing Mars from like mid that we could potentially see.
Rubik here is a nice answer, by the way, as well to Disruptor. You buy that shard, you can get people out of Static Storm. Nice little save there. Also, just a strong hero. And he can lane with the Lash, he can lane with anyone else. Lash can just as well be mid here. And you have your two pretty solid supports, like Crystal Maiden and Rubik. This is... wait, more. Okay, Morph. But Crystal Maiden and Rubik, this is Liquid Dota, right? Like, they just picked it up in Tour 1 quite a lot. Like, you always have mana to spam out stuff with Rubik. But I'm actually interested in the Morphling. I expected maybe a Razor, but if they do pick the Razor, then Monaspa can pick the Morphling, right? And then counter it softly that way.
This screams like Sumail being in safe.
I was about to say, yeah, I feel like they're just putting Amara mid again.
Yeah.
Unless he's learned how to play Brood, because there was actually a period post TI, I believe, where he was spamming Brood in pubs a bit. But he was going, not the Greaves and stuff build, he was going like Orchids and Carry type build.
Orchid Dagon.
Yeah, not a Dagon. I don't think it was a Dagon.
I don't think anyone builds a Dagon, it's fine.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe we're gonna be surprised here. There's been a lot of firsts recently, like Skitter's first Nature's Prophet game. I think also there was Hector K1 at the major playing his first Nature's Prophet game. Like people are starting to actually become a little bit more adaptable. So
isn't this pretty solid for something like a Naga now? Like you're playing into the Morphling, some illusion-based hero, or a Slark even still. I would love to see the Slark and the Crystal Maiden into Brood, later on into the Morphling, you're solid. It all comes down to what Nande wants to play, really.
Yeah.
But one thing that Nigma does, what they do not have is control. I would like to see that from them. Like, you have the Seg, and it's a really good Phoenix game. Into Rubik, into CM, into Lash. Like, they're doing absolutely nothing to the egg, to the dot damage that you apply. But you still would like to have a couple of stuns on your side, and you have 0 at the moment.
I agree. I think Monaspa need to ban Mars, especially in this next phase. And then I'm not...
Anything else, like Mars, Tide, things like this, right? Like any stuns from the offlane.
Okay.
Rubik Centaur.
I think there was some, like, I think you were really right there, and in that there was some super good carries, and taking your offlane here means that at least 2 of those good choices are going to get banned out. Maybe they feel like there's so many good choices that they're willing to just take, like, whatever's left after the bans.
Spectre as
Remember,
well,
it
right?
still
Like
could be that Lesh carry. Like, so maybe they're just trying to hold on to a little bit more of the flex. Maybe they don't know where they want to put it. They have overall last pick.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if 2 good carries get taken out, Lesh could still feel comfortable there, and we could pick up a mid laner instead.
What are you getting for mid there, then? Like some Spirit that can jump on top of Morphling, or a Zeus? Like, what are you getting like these? Because if you do that, if you put Lash on safe lane and Scent off lane, like, you're losing the late game if it gets there, right? Like, Morphling eventually will be uncontested. By these 4 at least.
Yeah, they have pretty, I'd say not good enough lockdown for more late game. It's going to be, and there's just not enough damage either. Like, Leshrac is very much a sustained damage in fights type hero, as well as, like, yeah, Centaur does, like, 1 jump and he's done. They have no way to really, like, they just have no way to burst Morphling.
The Morphling at the
Yeah,
moment.
I feel really bad about this damage.
Alright.
It's good early, though. Like, they have a lot of fight early. They could even just, like, go more in that direction.
I was going to say, what if they go for, like, a lot of objective? They go full into
like a
that, and they
TA
hope
or
they just
something.
continue running
Those
it.
are the exact same thoughts that Nigma Galaxy is having right now. They ban out the Ursa. What did you mention? A TA?
Yeah.
Perhaps would be a little worse, but still would be solid in the lane, and then later on you can take Rush early, dominate the game before Morphling comes online. But look at their bans, like Puck and an Ursa. So
Yeah, they're
also
50-50. Yeah.
They're 50-50 as well. They're not quite sure which way Monaspa is going to go.
Yep. And then a Queen of Pain and a Viper banned out. They don't want either of those 2 in that mid lane there.
I feel like they just don't want really strong laners. And that's pretty much it. Nothing that can crush Leshrac or whoever it is on the mid lane.
Well, I'll stand by it. I think they should just pick Mars.
Yeah, what, you just run Mars mid?
Yep.
Okay.
Radiant team
Okay. I don't know anymore what Amar's playing. If it's the Brood, I would be very happy.
So
Yeah.
this is a core snap, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
These are core snap.
It could go mid. Could go. How does Brood go mid and then? Oh, so Amar Brood mid and.
No off lane. I was
Don't you just put snap
You should put
still on the
snap,
mid
yeah.
lane? Yeah. Morph safe.
So then it's
and
gonna be
Brood
mind
off.
control on snap and mid and Amar. I don't know. It's
That's the thing,
confusing.
we don't know.
Well, we
We'll
could just
see.
wait. Yeah,
Let's just
whatever.
wait.
We could just wait. I'm so confused in my
I
brain.
just think that Sumail
Ugh.
will be the Morphling 100%. It's something
Yeah,
that he played
that
quite a
one.
bit in OG, if I recollect correctly. Yeah, he was
too
playing,
far back for me.
Yeah, a little bit far back, but yeah, he's a damn good Morphling player.
Iron Monaspa. They have to make the decision now.
There's quite a lot of AoE now, so if you're thinking Slark, it might be a little bit harder, right? Like with the snap, with the Morphling, they well still pushing up the tempo, right? Stepping it up.
True.
Very much is. I'm just waiting to see. Yeah, so
Oh
it
my
is a
God,
Amar
it
Brood.
is.
We love to see it. This is what you wanted.
Yep.
And then mind control and snap. We still don't know exactly who's going to be running in what lane, but I assume mind control snap mid.
I would assume so, yes. I'm very excited about the Brood. Like I said, in the past when he played it, he went more of the carry build items. I will be watching him closely this game to see what he does, what he builds, how it plays out. I'm hyped to see this come through, honestly.
And then how are you feeling about this Alk? That's going to be their carry. That's going to be what they want for part of their win condition, hoping if it does go late game Lizard.
I like it for Monaspa. I don't think that they're actually looking for late game. They're looking at a 25 to 30 minute mark. Alchemist has a Blink, Radiance, BKB. You're going in. You're fighting them constantly. Like the Brood has been answered sufficiently, I believe, with the Centaur, with the Alchemist later on. Even the supports are pretty decent at just blowing up the spiders. So I don't know. Sumail really has to put them on their back, put them on his back, and just carry the game later on.
I do think there's a problem, though. If they do go like Greaves pipe on Brood, then I think a lot of Monaspa's damage is going to suffer.
Get mitigated?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then I feel like a lot's going to ride on Sal.
Okay, a lot on this Alk, a lot on this Brood, potentially even more if it goes late enough. But either way, it's game number 1. It's Monaspa up against Nigma Galaxy. We're seeing Amar on Brood. I'm excited for it. I know our two casters are excited for it. So let's head on in to game 1 with Lyrical and Kezu.
Thank you so much, Nat. And yeah, we are excited.
Yep.
I cannot freaking wait. Amar Brewmother?
I don't know where he's going.
What's happening?
I don't
mean,
know.
MC's in the game playing Snapfire, and then you've got this Sumail Morphling at the end. I guess that's like the big question mark. What about Monaspa's draft? Are you seeing some stuff that's sort of normal-ish, at least?
I mean, they have I feel like a very good mid-game timing with this Alk, Lesh running in, but I do agree with Sheep. If there's a mech pipe at a decent timing coming out, and there's a Radiance on Alk and this Lesh, they might struggle during that timing. So that's maybe, the time where Sumail can pop off with his Morph, win some fights, have some good net worth.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing as we get ready to go into this game number 1. I think the other thing that's really interesting is that between these two teams, you sort of have like a weird duality going on. Monaspa, very clear the way that they always want to play. If you think about this team, you're playing around Wish, you're making some chaos happen. And on the other side for Nigma Galaxy, it's like they're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what what they really want to do. I'm not sure if they really have figured it out yet. I'm just not sure where Amar is going to lane. Looks like he's going to go. So he's going to be... I actually still don't know. It looks... So
We'll figure it out.
MC has mid items in my mind. Unless it's just, I want all these stats, but Amar's putting his web mid. Yeah, I don't know.
They're trying to mix it up. And, there is something to be said for this. The fact that, across multiple times, multiple years, there's been, new ways that heroes have been played and new alleys and avenues. We actually got a chance to sit down with Nande from Monaspa to talk a little bit about how the European region over time has been sort of developing these meta. Maybe Mid-Brood is the next one, but let's hear from him.
What is the strength of Europe as a region in particular? I think that Europe understands the meta of every patch almost faster than any other region. And then the other regions start adapting to the playstyle of Europe. And Europe is also the most lane dominant. It's all about punishing, all about doing their stuff and not really caring about enemy that much, I think.
Not caring about enemy that much. Well, Nande, he is going to get the bounty rune. He manages to get that one and then pulled out of position, and now maybe they can make a go on him. with Spartan nearby, it's going to be a pretty good stun onto GH and Frostbite afterwards, but with MC forcing him back, it is going to be safe for the moment. So yeah, they've been developing the meta, they've been changing the meta, and now they're going to get a fight.
Keep fighting.
who wants to lane? Nobody. Dude, they have taken so much damage.
There's a glimpse.
down
It's
here.
gonna keep going. No.
Are they?
No. Yes. No. Yes.
I don't know if they want to keep fighting. They're getting their ass beat. GH,
Oh.
he's going to get rooted there. Now the stun coming in onto MC. They're starting the lane with like no HP here on all of these heroes. Nande with this stun put in a ton of work.
Any creep enjoyers? Not in the bot lane.
Jeez. Well, talk to me a little bit about this. We are seeing the mid brood.
Yeah, we are indeed. I haven't seen this one other than when you know, play in your pubs. You have your Brute Spammer there. I guess. I mean, Amar has actually played this a lot. I know in his pubs when he doesn't get his lane, he goes mid-Brood, mid-Huskar. So it might change their timing a bit because I feel like he's going to go more of a carry style, like maybe Treads, Orchid, BKB. I then still hope that MC is going to be able to pick up the aura since Amar is mid, he won't really be buying those.
Yeah. That does feel like it's a little bit more of the right way to do things, at least, is getting those auras somewhere. But like you said, now that you've got these two different heroes that can build it ends up putting you in a little bit of a funky spot. I want to see what the Brood can do. We haven't really talked about up top at all yet, but Sumail playing on that Morph lane, it's really interesting because, you know, of all the heroes on this Nigma Galaxy team, it's Sumail that's now never going mid. What the hell?
You pick up Sumail and you just make sure he doesn't lane mid. Yeah, I mean, he's been owning there. You know, maybe he can do something similar here in the safe lane. I'm pretty sure that his morph is pretty good. His lane should be okay as bottom. Hello.
All right, GH drops low and Nande takes first blood. Dude, he got so much value out of that, the Battle Alk.
That is, well, a very good start. They hit level 2 at a nice timing. You have this Alchemist CM who can like push in the lane with some Acid Spray, some Crystal Nova. They catch Kuroki off guard. Yeah. Sorry, GH.
Oh, he does get put into a bad position. Nande down low, has to walk away. One last hit comes in, so MC gets a little bit of retribution as he returns to this lane.
He might lose on a lot of creeps because there's like a double wave coming into the tower. So.
Right.
Not the best for him. Nice job by Nigma to punish him there.
On Sumail, not having the best of times in terms of the CS so far, but you can see he's about equal to where the Alk is. So just a good amount of pressure being put on by Monaspa here as Desire is going to head on up top, try and, well, reblock the camp there, it looks like. So nice little play.
Good old sentry battle. I mean, nowadays I feel like the side lanes are so much up to who has which camp. Did they get a pull off to like set the lane back, as Amar is pressuring mid quite a bit. I feel that if you can get 6 on Broods before the Lesh in this matchup, which perhaps you can if you get some denies, you know, with your Insatiable Hunger, could be annoying for a Lesh, but then once you hit 6 yourself, he should be pretty fine here.
Right. And it's interesting, too, because then you're not even necessarily worried about, like, building up spiders probably with Amar, but more just using it to try and take down the Lesh and kill him. Although, he might be in a little bit of trouble back mid. You can see him dropping very low as he got hit by a stun there. Wish definitely off to a hot start, 19-2 versus 17-2, so still very close.
He glyphed the mid wave to make sure that Amar doesn't get all this lifesteal off the queue, so nice job by him. Getting himself some bottle refills now on the bounty and the water rune as well. So yeah, good stuff. As Skylark is queuing up one of our favorite items. I feel like he might be swapping this one because it's currently a Meteor Hammer.
Right.
But we'll see. I have yet to see a Centaur Meteor Hammer.
Gonna find out about it today as the stun is there and Sumail just gets bodied by Skylark.
I mean, who cares what items you buy if you just kill them?
Right, not bad at all. Now down bottom, Spartan in a little bit of trouble from MC, so both offlaners getting something out of this. I think you're significantly happier if you're Monaspa, though, as Nande, well, this could be bad, though. Doesn't have that much left in the way of healing as MC with the slowdown with the Scatter Blast. A couple more hits. Is he in trouble? Nande hides away to the side. Open. Spartan might get glimpsed instead. Yeah, hide yourself.
All right, good job hiding, honestly. Neither of them getting glimpsed there was some fancy footwork. GH even tried to drop down the ward as,
Oh, yeah, he thought that he had just TP'd in. Now GH gets caught. Can't quite get in range there with the Frostbite. Catches him on the Acid. So a very battle-y lane.
Yeah, this bottom lane is honestly hilarious. One thing that is really, really big right now for Nigma is that MC just got his Arcane Boot. So they're going to be able to continuously spam on this CM, on this Alchemist, as there's just more back and forth.
They thinking about a stun here too. Throws
Acid
down
spray.
the acid spray. Punch now. Glimpse back. Both of them low. MC could maybe kill them both off, but instead they turn now on to MC himself. A couple more hits. He's not on the acid spray.
1 second.
But still the turn. It's not a great Dante. Oh, he lives. They take them both down. Dude, it's just a brawl. Like Fight Club down bottom.
I mean, bottom lane is the most crazy lane. There's got to be a lot of hero damage in between these couple of heroes. For Nigma right now, I don't know if they need to be going for all these bigger plays. It's like, you have Arcane Boots, you can chill a bit, you know, throw some spells. Over time, they're low HP, then you can go for the killing blow. But Monaspa, they're kind of outplaying them a bit. Not a glimpse, not a field.
On to Nande. He is in some trouble. Cookie can't dodge it. So they get some retribution.
I like how the bottom lane is like double kill into you die. Double kill into you die.
I mean, he's top net worth on the Alk, as you would expect. Granted, a very different type of build. 3 points in Acid Spray, and then only 1 in the Greevil's Greed.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good, you know, just for the lane. You can see how much fighting there's going on, right? So it kind of, the build, it checks out.
Well, and Amar has taken over the top net worth right now. Does go into, looks like Soul Ring and then Orchid. It's going to be the call for Amar, which, you know, that definitely feels like it's the aggro type of dynamic from him.
I mean, yeah, I can see that build. The only thing I see usually when you play mid-brood is what's up top lane.
Kuro. And that pressure on only level 3. Waveform doesn't connect with the damage onto Desire, and that keeps him alive.
Yeah, I feel like top lane is going to be a bit more of the chill lane for now. Maybe until... Okay, I can never speak.
Wish.
Fairy
He's
Fire.
dropping. Very low. Fairy Fire. Stun under tower. Wish dodges away from Amar. Keeps himself alive. Whew.
I mean, nice job living there, because that was very close.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Amar lost all his spiders, but the way Brood works is usually when it goes mid... Uh-oh, he has a raindrop, right? No, he doesn't have a raindrop.
Spartan? Oh, Spartan goes in for it. Wants the kill so bad. One last hit. It's not going to be enough. Amar barely lives, and the spiders are there. Oh, poor guy.
Amar, are you tipping him? No. I feel that would have been such an Amar thing, high-fiving or tipping him after the play.
You know what that was? That was the
What was it?
Boston Major last go with the Earthshaker.
Oh no. Oh, MC died.
Yeah, he gets brought down by the Acid Spray combo down bottom.
So one thing I like when I see Brood is that you try to usually collapse on a tower very heavily, like where you play this mid-Brood, maybe you can go bottom, kick out this Alchemist and then commit into the jungle. Or there's even a play where eventually MC could come mid and like be this overwhelming damage to help Amar kill Lesh. I think either way these two heroes should combine at some moment in the next 1-2 minutes, because it could really speed up the game. Maybe you don't have to.
Although Nande, he gets close, gets the stun out, keeps some separation between him and MC. Can they get in range for a glimpse? Does not appear so. So they can't connect, at least on that time, and because they didn't connect together, it ends up being a missed opportunity for
And now
a
a freebie.
kill. Freebie, like you said, for GH.
No, Nande pretty happy about that one. I mean, if Monaspa can hold their early towers, like let's say in the next 2, 3, 4 minutes, they don't lose a tier 1 against Brood in this sense, it's great.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, Spartan dying.
certainly feel good about that. They're also battle over through here. They will take him out.
He tried to live by smoking himself, but it did not work out.
Poor guy.
Minus 50.
Well, we did see the Meteor Hammer fully completed by that Centaur, and Skylark going to be dropping it down from on high. Oh my god, Sumail. Oh, dude, if he walked out there, he might have been able to kill him.
Yeah, if he was maybe if he had Quelling Blade, huh? Anyway, Nande.
Throws another stun. Spartan's here to battle. Chase, slow down. Couple more hits. Can they get in range? Dude, is he going for it?
Quick in
Nande
one.
does not care. He does not even care a little bit. Just dropping Acid Spray to push him back, and Wish went for the stun, misses it this time. Low on mana, low on options, and Amar not going to go for the all-in play. With Stampede ready, he was a little bit too scared.
Yeah, I think that's like what you can see a lot is they understand they can't really go for kills, but they're really pressuring and like pushing it to the limit, and that's definitely something that players have gotten a lot better. So we have a little center storm saying hello to his dear friends. Says GH. top, bottom, mid, top.
They're all gone. Oh, Meteor Hammer lands. Stampede to get away. Nande gets the kill onto GH with the Stampede while the other one lives, and Wish gonna run down Kuro. So 8-6, 14 kills in 10 minutes, and dropping low is Sumail. They don't have enough to really kill him here.
8-7.
Spartan goes down to Amar. Dude, what in the Sam hell has happened in this game?
Well, at least you can't complain that this game ain't aggro enough, because everyone is battling everyone everywhere.
Yeah, constantly. Good stuff, though. And Skylark just prepping up top to drop another Meteor Hammer and see if they can finally secure this tower. I mean, that's one thing. In these very battle-y, scrappy types of back-and-forth battles, Meteor Hammers at least give you a way to take down the tower when you're in sort of chill-out mode.
I guess one thing that's cool about it is that you don't really go this Retaliate build anymore, so it's a lot better to go the QW on Centaur. So going Meteor still allows you to take the tower slowly, which is, yeah, pretty nice as Nigma... Nope, never mind. Well, Nigma are looking at Nande bottom.
And they find him. He gets the ulti off. It's not going to be enough, though, to keep him alive as the kisses come in just to secure it. So that's that connection you were talking about.
Okay, it's, yeah, I would say anywhere between 8 and 11. They still barely hit it on the mark. Skylark looking for... Just trying to be annoying to Kuro.
As the tower drops, Wish still nearby as they made a smoke move up there top. But yeah, very, very fighty start to this, and you can see the esportsbet.io odds favoring Nigma slightly right now. I think that's about what they were when we came into this series. Still very much anybody's game, and, well, Desire, he steals Spiderlings away as well.
Well, he's going to be able to play a bit on the map, get some gold, but the most important thing about the last move is that MC should be able to slowly pressure the bot tower. Like, usually this one big aggression or kill will force the carry away. That is exactly what happened. It's also really hard for Monaspa to now defend bottom, because look where Amar is playing. They're taking over the Monaspa jungle, so it's really hard to regain control.
There is this thing that we see is, well, Wish drops so quickly, and with no help anywhere nearby, he just gets blown up. All right, Amar is starting to cook.
He is definitely cooking. He is the same net worth as Alchemist. So, yeah, that's not the best sign if you're Nande or Monaspa. You're behind with an Alchemist, for now at least.
Right. I mean, this is the thing that's so interesting to me when I see these, it's just a quick little tip
Friendly
there.
tip, of course.
Love to see
Friendly.
those. That's a big stack of Ancients, too. But the thing that I feel like is so interesting with these Brood drafts is that, like, you get a couple kills, you don't see that much happening for a little while, and then suddenly the team starts to, like, get ahead by 2K, 3K. It just keeps going up more and more and more.
I mean, it just escalates very quickly. Also, a lot of the times it's like, okay, if the Brood is alone, like, Lesh can just pop his ult and survive, kill the spiders. But once there's any +1, like a glimpse into static, or you have the Snapfire ult raining on top, then it just becomes too much. And the next move for Nigma very likely could just be they do the same thing mid, they bring MC, take over the mid tower, and then after that they could even look to play aggressive into these, you know, into these triangle stacks. They won't be able to contest this one, but later they definitely want to open up the map.
Right. Nande is, like you said, oh my god, that's a lot of stacks from Rubik, too.
Yep. 7.
Yeah. So, I mean, the other thing that you also have coming out pretty soon here from Monaspa is going to be this Bloodstone timing from Lesh. He's about, what, 1,000 gold away from it, roughly?
Yep.
And that seems like it could be strong, but there's this other timing that's happening with the Orchid on the Brood, with the Guardian Greaves already completed on MC. I want to see Nigma get aggro here. I want to see them start to try and, like you say, shut down the map.
Yeah, for sure. Because in like a couple minutes, yeah, sure, Nande, he has his Radiance now, so his farming speed is going to get accelerated. But on his next item and the completion of the Bloodstone that you talked about, Monaspa are going to be very strong. Like, sure, you have the Guardian Greaves, but you won't have a pipe for quite a while. So this entire timing from now until Nigma finish that item, Monaspa can fight back and look to be aggressive on their own.
Well, for now, Nigma content spread across the map, and still a lot of room over there. GH Thunderstrike, they're going to start to bring Amar down here towards Wish, but I mean, again, there's not just that concerted effort yet, but they will find a glimpse here. This is a nice play, catching onto the
Amar's
Centaur
on the back.
in very far, and Stampede comes out. That keeps him alive, and turn around. Amar just gets brought down. Oh, Monaspa was nearby close enough to make the play, and okay, stolen kisses. Could go for another move here if they're not careful. Wish kills off the creep that was cookied in towards them. But that trade, CM for Brood, you were incredibly happy for Monaspa.
That's an incredibly good trade. Like, you trade 1-for-1, first of all, you're 5 for the enemy mid, who's owning. You have Nande, who's getting to free farm the entire map with his Radiance, while all of this is going on. And for the next move, you now have kisses on Desire. I don't think that could have gone any better for Monaspa.
You just said like 2.5 minutes ago that Amar and Alk were on the same net worth. Suddenly he's 2,000 gold ahead.
Yep, welcome to Alchemist Gaming.
They're ready. Yeah, and this Blink Dagger that will come out soon for Skylark, he's even got more control because, of course, the Meteor Hammer's ready to come down afterwards. So, dangerous times for Nigma. See if they can take a slightly better fight for themselves the next round here.
Amar definitely overstepped a bit. I mean, what he wants to do, and I understand you want to go from behind, use the Orchid on one of these supports and like kill them, which nearly happened, but Wish had a very nice TP, got the stun on him, and then he basically died from full to 0. So Amar is going to have to be a little more cautious. And yeah, for Monaspa, they're just going to wait for, you know, Skylark's Blink. Do they want to wait for Nande's? And they're going to come out at the same time if they want to.
Right. I think the other thing to consider there, too, is that the rest of Nigma couldn't kill Skylark in the duration of the Static Storm. If that Stampede doesn't get off, I feel like Amar probably gets the kill and gets out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, a little bit unfortunate there. Nande turns off Radiance and just barely away from him. GH dropping that second too late.
It's a close one. I mean, that's why you often see like Disruptors holding some Observer wards. You know, maybe you have some cheeky, cute play in there. But yeah, now Nande has his Blink Dagger. Skylark has his coming out. And for them, I feel like everything's kind of turned around. And remember, they still have the kisses. Anyone they go on, they are going to die.
So much damage. 3 points in the Arcane Supremacy. And you can see that the maneuvering that Nigma have done, they leave Amar up top. And the rest of Nigma is in towards mid. The big jump ready to come. MC is there. Skylark says hello. Stun is out with the kisses down, but MC, he lives. Static Storm is there. Now the egg to try and turn it. Nande just gets out of there for the moment. He's so low, but he can't get away. Oh, Desire caught with the Orchid. This is the fight back that Nigma were looking for as they kill off that Rubik. And now even looking for Wish. If they can find him, he has Bloodstone ready. It's going to keep him very survivable, allowing with Skylark off to the side, ready to go for a big jump play. They glimpse him back in, breaking the blink now. Skylark also in trouble. Wish in a ton of hurt, and, well, he drops lower and lower, tries to bring down MC. Can he quite do it with the Sunray coming in? Wish eventually is going to be brought down. A triple kill for Amar. That was the fight they were looking for.
Uh-oh, disaster times. That was a beautiful Static Storm by GH, keeping MC alive, silencing Nande that he has to... I'm pretty sure he ended up stunning himself, and then Kuro comes in with a beautiful dive egg into Sunray. This just happens sometimes when the initiation is a bit awkward for Monaspa. They don't have a ward down, so then it takes too long. You jump very deep, but Nigma with a beautiful punish and beautiful spell usage.
And now they're 3k gold up over an Alchemist. Granted, he's still top net worth, but it's still feeling like that little bit ineffectual if he can't stay alive through the fights, which is why we see immediately the BKB queued up. Ande knows what he needs.
At least Alchemist lineups, they're a bit strange, even though you're behind now in like 2 minutes when he has the BKB completed. Even though they're down, they'll still be able to fight as long as he uses his body correctly. Right. But I would say they only have one fight with the BKB in them, and if that one goes wrong, they're in for a bad time.
Right. No, I get what you're saying there. It definitely feels like this draft from Nigma is set to just blow way ahead if things, you know, break right for them. Which in that last fight, it definitely did. But Monaspa also not ones to shy from a battle. They're kind of...
Definitely not.
They're the ones that like to run in and, you know, just make things happen. Whether it's good or bad, something's happening.
Yeah, that is very true. You know, they might just be 200 gold away from Nande's BKB and be like, yo, boys, it's go time. But I do hope they wait for this BKB, or unless there's like, you know, some free kills. Okay, we take those. But Nigma are getting some dangerous timings. Like, they have Greaves now. Pipe is flying out. If Monaspa ever go too deep, Kuro can just drop his egg with a Sunray and heal the guy that's in the front. So, yeah, Monaspa, they're going to really have to nail their next timing because Centaur and Lesh, they are falling behind.
Right, and there isn't that hero that wants to build up those auras on the side of Monaspa. It's all just sort of net worth funneled into the Alchemist, and nobody's getting mech, nobody's getting pipe, none of that stuff. They're going to out-team fight him when it comes to that time.
Okay, Monaspa are looking for a move, but they're not... If we look at it from Nigma's side, they don't see anyone on the map, so it's a little obvious in a way, at least if Nigma are paying attention, because, yeah, no one has been on the map for Monaspa in like 30+ seconds.
Yeah. No, and now they're going to reveal themselves, likely, although it does look like they're going to pass through here, smoked up still. Smoke's about to wear off. Kuro spots him, and he just gets it. Oh, nope.
All right.
Okay, gets the
It's like, whoopsie.
Took him 2 tries, but he got there. Never in doubt.
I also like this meta where your support is gonna go for the drums, as GH has them now. He's gonna then build them into the Boots of Bearing later, and you know, Sumail, he's chilling. But by the time he's gonna get his second item, his third item, all his teammates are gonna be ready. They have all these auras, and once he's ready to join, he's gonna be damn strong.
Yeah, he's going to be unkillable, it feels like, to some extent at
Yeah.
least. And then, you know, who knows, maybe Snapfire gets like an Aghanims or something later too, and Aether Lens, you can just make it happen. It does feel, again, like we were talking about identity. This entire game has been set up for Sumail, which is where Nigma in a lot of cases have looked the best. Stun.
Nice.
On to 2. Meteor Hammer. You can't break that one. Then he Static Storm, and they find a second round of the stuns, and look at the damage out. Oh my god, Spartan blowing up MC. They brought numbers on Monaspa. They find the kills.
Okay. Double stun into double meteor into, I don't know, double concoction when we're moving on.
Oh, just stay
Good
on
Orchid.
top of him. No, it's not going to work. Well, Alk going to burn through some of those spiders as he's just stunned in the mid lane. But that's kind of a cool move, right? Like, normally, if you blink stun, like, the follow-up is going to be broken by Disruptor, but Static Storm doesn't do anything to Meteor Hammer.
I mean, last patch, I feel like Sumail would have been able to adapt the strike in there, but because it dropped so early, they're basically chain stun. So yeah, Skylark, he definitely set it up, and now they have the BKB on Nande, so they can, you know, always look for some plays, maybe play around the top area. 1-2 kills could give you Roche. So yeah, Monaspa, they've got a couple timings again.
Right. I mean, you talked about it. One bad fight, and they're kind of out of it to some extent, but that was a good one for them.
Definitely.
And now the BKB is online. Will they have these other supporting items that they're going to need too? And then, of course, for Leshrac, he's getting closer to the BKB too. After finishing off that Bloodstone, just one component away. Amar, what does his game look like now? What's sort of going to be his identity in this one?
Honestly, I think he should be like a semi-core. Sure, Sumail's going to be set up for a good game, but you have offlane Snapfire, very low damage type of supports, which will taper off. So I wouldn't mind if he goes some, I don't know, maybe a AC, because Alk is going to get that. So I think you kind of want to offset that on your own. I wouldn't really like if he goes some Aghanim Scepter. I feel like he's going to become too much of like a third, fourth support.
Okay.
So I would AC, some Basher, you know, some chill right click.
Okay. Chill right click. I like the sound of that. Only 1,000 gold separating these two teams. Nigma are the ones that are currently on top, but it is going to be a smoke up with 2 now as they head into the area where Amar's at. Spartan.
They need a good angle.
They see him, but they're pretty far away. Needs to get into range right there. The stun, but the BKB reaction, and now Nande going to pop his own BKB. Good reaction time by Amar. He blinked right on top of him.
It's very quick on his fingers. I'm surprised that Nande BKB'd that early on. Either way, they're just trading BKB, so probably going to be a bit of a chill time for a minute. Never mind. Nigma are like, Amar, I don't need my BKB, let's go.
Right. They will run on in now. And it looks like Monaspa may be aware that something is going on, but they're still hanging out in this area. Nande, if they spot him right away... Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Good blink back, but do they have a glimpse? Trying to get vision. Nande hides in the trees. That keeps him alive. GH could have caught him if they just caught sight.
That was too close for my heart rate.
Yeah.
My heart rate doubled in like one moment. I was like, okay, he's dead. Nice blink out though, and some fancy footwork around the trees, as they now see Spartan as Amar's role-playing award.
Trouble? Actually hides away. Nope, the glimpse is going to be there.
See ya.
Spartan mega dead.
He may have died.
True enough. Whoa, Stampede?
Uh,
Okay.
just testing.
Still works.
It works.
Still works.
It definitely works, my friend. Yo, Spartan, I'm saving. Oh, wait, you're dead?
Yeah, just a couple seconds delayed, right? Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
10 seconds until BKB is up for Nande. This is sort of the position where you could imagine Nigma could look for a Roche.
Yeah. The Roche is dangerous now. Like, both teams need to be aware of it, and neither's going to want to give it up. Monaspa will, and they have to fight this one.
This is very dangerous indeed. They are underneath a ward, though. Oh,
smoke up.
Careful, careful. Amar, he's out front and center. They do manage to find that Rubik right at the start.
As
Load him
buyback.
up. Do they want to commit it here? Do they want to come back in and try and take this fight? Spartan has spiders on him. Roche still ready to be hit. Morphlane's on it right now, but the Shadow Amulet, it's going to run out sooner or later. You got to get out of there, buddy. No! The CM going to get killed.
Role-playing aboard again. He's just transforming from spider to ward. It's working out.
And yeah, they're just going to get the Roche this time. So do have to give that one up. Nigma take a pretty good objective there.
I also really like MC's item build. He's now going for the Morbid Mask. I think also like the completed Vlads. I think this also furthermore speaks for the fact that Amar should probably be somewhat of a semi-core. Because this is not going to be some Zai Snapfire with Daedalus and Divine Rapiers. He's all-inning Sumail and the Broodmother on Snapfire with all these auras. And I think that really checks out. Like Sumail is set up for a great game and they're just furthermore enabling it.
This is pretty, I feel like this is a very MC style of gameplay. You know, whenever I see him on these offlaners, he's always trying to enable the rest of his team, it feels like.
For sure. And it checks out in this game. You know, 3 auras on him. GH has the Boots of Bearing. They do have an AC now on Nande. They're still only 1k gold behind. So if they continue to use Nande as MC, Amar, chilling a bit.
Lifted, stunned, ward down. Seeing a whole lot of stuff there. Skylark looking for an opening to find a stomp. And he finds it. Stun, no. Disruptor ulti down, and he can't get an egg off. Kuro not able to do it. BKB is already out from Nande. Sumail trying to back away as Wish is right on top of him. But with the Aegis, it's a little bit too scary to go for the all-in play there.
That's always a little funny to look at. Like, so you press buyback, and at the same time, your entire team is running away because they know, yo, I don't want any of this. My BKB is over, homie. I don't want to get, you know, I want to get out of there.
Spartan is playing with some danger here.
Just testing.
He's fine, surely. Didn't even get glimpsed. Tamar chasing. Desire. Gets out the Shadow Amulet to the side.
No way.
Dude, they know he's
right?
here. Oh, God. Wait, do they not? He thought that he did a little wrap around the corner. Spartan. Spartan the liver.
What a monster.
That's sick.
What a sicko play, actually. I love it.
He's still digging, too. Got his shovel.
Nice. He's doing it. As Nande, okay, he's chilling bottom now. Completed his AC. He's building up a Skadi.
So, how dangerous is this now for Nande, right? He's 6k gold ahead of the Morph, but Nigma still just feels so strong. Do you think that they have what it takes to take a solid fight? Like, do they have to wait for Aegis to expire?
I don't think they necessarily have to. It's more about how they initiate, but not like this. Wish in mid, okay, gets off his BKB.
Skylark thinking about going for a hoof stomp there. Finds the backline onto the Phoenix, but they break it immediately. So no Meteor Hammer from Skylark, no Stampede for another 9 seconds, and that was not the initiation they were looking for.
Definitely not. And to answer your question again about how they need to fight, so let's imagine. More than like half your net worth is on one hero, you're gonna need this hero to be in the fight. So if Monaspa wanna take any fight ever, it's gonna need to be with Nande being there and also him engaging. He's the tankiest, the most farmed, he has to like go in, bait some BKB, but they definitely still can. But it has to come from his hero.
Well, that feels like it is a pretty clear path at the very least.
Yeah.
But also, you know, you've sort of seen the Alchemist effect with the Leshrac underneath all of the other cores of the Dire right now. Wish has been able to keep up to some extent, but it's also, of course, that Centaur who really hasn't progressed in items that much more, trying to finish off a pipe next.
Yeah, definitely not. And also with the pipe, yeah, it's good for your, you know, it's good for your team and against this magic damage. But if you ever commit and Sumail is like, I get to hit you 4 times, you're gonna die. They're setting up though.
GH, he finds him! GH finds him right there to the side! The BKB out!
Lincolns.
And yeah, passed over the Lincoln. Sumail keeping his buddy alive for a little bit, but it won't be for long enough. And now Nande, his BKB's out, and Sumail still just beating into him.
Here comes Amar.
Catastrophic. But the stomp, the stun, the CM ulti, they bring forth.
He's living.
Amar's like, I don't care, I'm still gonna battle you. There is no Alchemist here, I am not concerned. They kill off the Centaur, and Monaspa, things are really falling off the rails for him now.
Ooh, I mean, this just sometimes happens. Like, you run into someone, you're like, okay, I can BKB, kill him, and TP out. But then they throw in the Lincolns, he gets to run away with the Boots of Bearing. Suddenly, you're like, oh, goddamn, my BKB is running out. So they definitely overplayed, and this is the worst death for Monaspa. You lose your top net with Alchemist.
I think, again, too, like, just to highlight GH in that moment, to, like, go and check that area. Because if that didn't happen, you can imagine a world where they all in Sumail and he's dead, and instead this is happening. The base is being broken. Monaspa, no answers. As Nigma looking to take a tier 3 tower in Arax.
I like the aggression there. Like, you go up this high ground. You know that these 2 cores are dead with like 12, 15 seconds left. They don't want to buy back. Kuro dives in, aggressive use. They followed up with the kisses, the waveform. 2 more quick kills. And now, easy racks.
Yeah, taking it, making it happen. Amar chasing in, trying to get a BKB out of Wish. Doesn't look like that's going to happen right now.
Oh.
The pipe out and catching the Alk again! Nande in no man's land. They are all dying. Wish the only one that's left amongst the cores. They buy back on the Alk, saying that they still want to fight into this. He's holding his BKB forever. He held it for too long. Wish just gets killed off, and the BKB not able to come out in time to make the difference.
He was holding it for a better moment, but then he got bashed literally right before he wanted to press it. And well, in those 1.5 seconds, my friend, you are dead.
Well, Amar, a very good pickup of the basher, makes the play, gets the kills. And that tier 3 tower going to drop as they go in towards mid. Another set of racks. Nigma looking at a win for themselves, which has been a long time coming for this team, trying to make it happen in this Western Europe DPC.
Well, they are definitely looking a lot better today. From like a lot of individual things to what items they're buying, how they're going. I also like this fake back here. There's smoke up again.
Ready to go.
Monka Monka, guys. Careful.
Desire living for a while, but Nande shows Sumail breaks the smoke, actually. Now, looking for somebody, anybody. G8, Skylark there. Nande says, yeah, come fight me. I'm ready.
I'm your target, guys. Do it. Do it, do it, do it.
Full Rage is wearing off. But it looks like instead, they're going to be taking the fight to the top side of the map. Don't need to dive into base. Don't need to dive fountain. I remember when that happened against
You sure?
Entity.
I think Amar thinks otherwise.
I remember that Entity game. As they head on up for the last tier 3 tower, it's going to drop. Nande down to half HP before the fight even
Just
really steps off.
Casual adaptive strike deals 800 damage. Yep, seems good.
Sumail, they put the team on his back, and he is not dropping it right now, as Skylark could go for initiation if they want the stun. Nande trying to find somebody. Meteor Hammer now onto Amar, but he gets force-sapped away, keeping himself alive. Now the turn. Nande is going to explode. CM ulti, not going to happen, and GG is called. An incredibly impressive performance here from Nigma.
Damn. I just really liked all of the things they did. The laning stage was a lot of brawling down bottom, but most of their lanes were good and they had nice connections throughout the game. Good itemization, good team play. Yeah, I'm vibing with this Nigma right now.
I mean, we've always said this, that the sort of thing that is going to determine whether or not this team is successful has never been like individual play levels, their skills, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's been finding the right formula for success, which it feels like over the last 2 series that I've been seeing, it's been looking better. Some of that has looked like Amar going mid, some of that looks like MC going mid. Maybe we'll see Sumail go back to mid again.
Nope. No. They're winning all the games where he's not on mid. Not that he's the problem, but yeah, I think they're slowly figuring out perhaps what they want to do.
Right.
And I feel like Amar is starting to be a big piece of the puzzle that they're, fitting in the right way now. I still think for Monaspa, they had a good shot in this game. I do feel like they messed up 1 or 2 timings, so perhaps there's something they want to talk about now leading into the next game.
Right.
But yeah, Nigma, clean.
Very clean stuff. Yeah, and I think that one thing that we touched on a lot in that game was the itemization from MC.
Yep.
And it feels like, to me at least, the sort of switch of putting him to carry left the rest of the team in this weird position where I feel like MC's like greatest asset has always been making the players around him better. And that is something you can do a lot more easily from the off lane.
No, for sure. And I feel like that matches up very well with the 2 other cores he has. With Amar and Sumail, they can pop off, they want to pop off, they're greedy, they can farm fast. So I feel like, having him be in his actual role, which is the off lane, and buying items that are good right now, and at the same time it's good for your 2 other core players. Yeah, I mean, why keep this, please?
No, totally. And as far as like sort of a mid-practice partner to have when you're boot camping, there's not that many better people than Sumail, I feel like. And the other thing that we can talk about is like, and we'll leave this to the panel a little bit as well, Amar playing on some of these micro heroes, playing on the Broodmother. It's good to see. But for now, we're going to get ready for game number 2. Head on back to the panel.
Yeah, Nigma Galaxy, they had a game plan coming into this series, and it was beautiful in game number 1. I mean, definitely the standout for me. Amar, Broodmother, he ran it in mid lane. It was fantastic. You caught the build as well there, Sheep. So something that he's practiced, he's had in the back pocket for a little while, and now they're like, all right, dude, you have to bring it out. You have to bring it out, and they get a win with it.
Yeah, Amar ain't no one's bitch. He ain't buying Greaves and shit.
He's going for that Orchid.
Yeah, he's got to go for that kill build. I respect it. I think